They say that money doesn't grow on trees, and that is true. It must be earned, cared for, nurtured, much like the great idea that our founders planted in 1973. 50 years ago, in the shadow of the Rocky Mountains, 35 people came together to create a light for the hardworking people of Johns Manville Corporation. They didn't settle for the status quo. They were inspired to do something truly meaningful for themselves and their colleagues. It was a big idea. They started small, having no idea that the seed they planted would grow into the Colorado Credit Union of today.
As I recall, around 15 or so of us that got together one day, and we all signed an application to become a federal credit union. And John and I are the only ones left of those who signed that at this point.
Yeah.
But we're certainly glad we did. When we started, it was really kind of a family. Everybody's a member, everybody's an owner, and we were operating the thing in kind of a casual way, far different from the way it is today, which is really run as a business.
Yeah.
But
we had no office. We had no employees.
Didn't we have a closet somewhere?
That was about the size of the area that they gave us first. And then they gave us the basement. It was the dungeon of one of the buildings. And it had 2 desks in it with some filing cabinets and staples and paper and, that kind of office supplies. And we expected people to come down and hand their money over to us, which they did, surprisingly.
John Leisher and George Kinzer were 2 instrumental people that started the credit union. John was the first chairman, and George was the first chairman of our supervisory committee. Without their vision and getting this credit union started, we wouldn't be where we're at today. And I'd like to personally thank both of them. They've been huge supporters of mine. They've been huge supporters of the credit union for years, and would do anything for us, even to this day.
From 1973 to 1976, while the main office for the credit union was over at Greenwood Plaza, we were out here and we had this little subsidiary office. Several days a week, I would, at the end of the working day, gather the money, gather everything in an envelope, and stick it in my leather jacket and get on my motorcycle. And I would go a little beyond my home to the home of Joe Yandrowski, who lived near me.
And who was on the board.
Who was on the board, one of the original signers. And Joe would accept the envelopes and all of the information from me, and he would then take it the next day into the credit union office. And we did that for about 3 years on a very regular basis. We never lost anything, and everything worked perfectly, and it provided good service to our members. Good service to our members. That's something that's always been very important to us.
It wouldn't take long for the credit union to take root and see rapid growth. Like the Rockies surrounding us, our intentional growth has always been anchored in granite-like trust. Our members trust in us, and we trust in them. This is what makes a cooperative different. The legacy of Colorado Credit Union takes all of us, past, present, and future.
I think one of the biggest legacies of CCU and what's always stood out to me is our members first attitude. I've seen a lot of change in the credit union over the 10 years as we've adapted to new styles, new technology, and just everything that has changed in our society. And we've never deterred from doing whatever we can to help members and make them the forefront of our day every day.
By the late 1990s, we expanded the field of membership to include more communities and employer groups. As the 20th century came to a close, we enthusiastically turned toward the 21st, excited about the bright future ahead. More growth and changes continued throughout the next 2 decades. We became Colorado Credit Union in 2005 and welcomed new members through mergers with Brighton Federal Credit Union, Inglewood Municipal Employees Federal Credit Union, and White Crown Federal Credit Union.
So when we merged, obviously at the beginning it was scary for a lot of the members because it's this bigger credit union that just everything to do with bigger banks. They already had a negative feeling about them, so they thought we were the same. But once we merged, I think they did see that we were still a credit union. We still focused on our members.
So I'm really appreciative that they welcomed us. And I'm appreciative that the way they welcomed us, because they went, I would say, out of their way to make sure that everyone was happy with the move, not just the members, but the staff too, and they took care of us. So I can't say enough about that. That was great.
We've expanded our reach. We've really tried to reach into many different communities in Colorado, incorporated a whole bunch of different counties all over the place. And since I've been here, I joined only months after we merged with Brighton Credit Union. So that was a brand new relationship when I started here. And I've got to watch that growth and that development. And when we moved from one location in Brighton to a better location, a more centralized location, and that area has just been great for us.
Colorado Credit Union is the preferred banking institution for our community. So with that being said, I feel we can definitely see the impact.
They felt that we genuinely cared for them, that Colorado Credit Union had people that, saw somebody like their kid or their niece or somebody that cared for them. So that's why they came in and trusted Colorado Credit Union.
Through it all, we've never forgotten who we are. We remain rooted in the credit union philosophy of people helping people. But we know it's more than that. It's a long-term commitment to helping our members live their best financial lives. We're just as committed to the mission today as those original 35 visionaries.
When you walk in to the credit union, whether you're walking up to just work with the front desk staff to make deposits or through the lending department, they're customer focused. And they've created that culture. I've received exceptional service, but I'm not the exception. I think when you come in here and you meet the people that do business with Colorado Credit Union, they all receive exceptional service.
A lot of high performers work here at the credit union, and everybody really cares about how they're treating our members and really making a difference in their lives every day.
When I think of the legacy that Colorado Credit Union has had on its communities, its membership, its employees, I think one of the biggest things is just that we are in Colorado and we are proud to be here, and we want to create an area and a financial institution that our community loves.
I have found that Colorado Credit Union is trying and has been involved as much as possible and continues to push as much as possible into community to educate members however they can, to help members however they can.
I would foresee in 50 years, we have a much bigger membership base and have not lost sight of making an impact for our members and being a positive part of their lives. So I would foresee us being a much larger credit union, but still having a small feel to what we do every day.
That vision is our identity, our reputation, our North Star. We relentlessly work to execute our brand standards to ensure our members are delighted every time. It's only possible with the work performed by our amazing team. Every day, they show up to live our core values. Be the advocate, embrace curiosity, and be compassionate. Without them living the Colorado Credit Union brand, our members wouldn't experience it.
And that is so important to me, is making sure we never lose focus of what's in the best interest of our stakeholders. And that goes from employees to board members to members to the community.
50 years is an incredible achievement. When you think about the number of members we have served in 50 years, the number of lives that have been changed, the numbers of first cars, dream cars, first home, dream home, it really is an incredible accomplishment from, those founding members to then their children and grandchildren and now great-grandchildren. There's a true legacy of helping people and making dreams come true. And How many times can you go to work and say, I made someone's dream come true?
Because of this opportunity that I've gotten with Colorado Credit Union to be able to do installments on getting a car, it's just changed my life. It's changed my life and the life of my children. I'm a single mom of 4 kids, and since I've been getting a car, I've been able to take my kids to the doctor's appointment, to grocery stores, just the basic things, taking them to the park, things that we take for granted. And I'm just so grateful. Thank you for allowing single moms like me to get a car. This is an opportunity where I haven't had a car in a while, and because of Colorado Credit Union, I have a car.
The thing that makes me most excited about being part of the credit union is knowing that we're a part of the bigger movement and challenging the norms of banking.
At Colorado Credit Union, we are also passionate about impacting the communities we serve. From financial literacy to the continued support of area nonprofits, we're here to make a difference. Just like our founders, we continue to be inspired to impact people, families, and the communities we serve in meaningful ways.
Part of that hook for me was seeing the connection between what I was doing affecting not only communities, but actually like real people that were coming in. And so the stuff that I was supporting and taking care of and responsible for had an impact on how these people were able to, carry out their financial sort of needs with our products and whatnot and our services. Realizing that I'm a part of a community and my work has an effect that has a positive outcome is really gratifying.
When I think of Colorado Credit Union and over the years, and with my personal growth and making Colorado Credit Union my career, is stability. The credit union is stable. It's financially strong. It provides you opportunities to grow with the community, with the credit union, and with you personally.
All of those pieces that our members need, we want them to be a part of that, and it's engaging with people that have a need that we're able to fulfill for them, and doing it when we don't have to, just because it's the right thing to do.
And so looking forward and thinking about legacy of Colorado Credit Union, more than anything, I think it's going to revolve around making a big impact in our community and for our members.
Today, worth approaching $400 million in assets.
I know.
Which is mind-boggling considering where we started 50 years ago. It was beyond anything that I think any of us would have even thought about. I'm glad we did it because so many people have benefited. And I'm just absolutely so glad that we did what we did 50 years ago. It was far greater than any of us ever thought it was going to be.
I think that the number of ways that our members, and I say our, I'm still saying our members, are treated is just the way, frankly, just the way I expected it to be. Only it gets better. It actually gets better as time goes by.
While 50 years is a long time, it's only part of our story. Colorado Credit Union's 50th anniversary is an important milestone that we celebrate today, but we're just getting started.